Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to something a little bit different for you yet again today. We're going to be talking about fantasy football, and the way we're going to be doing that is through the Premier League's official website. I've been playing it for the last kind of 5, 6, 7 years, probably a little bit longer than that, off and on with different websites and different things. But the last few years, definitely been through the Premier League website. I think it's probably the best out there, to be brutally honest. So we're going to get into this. I'm going to show you my team that's possibly going to be subject to change into the first game week, but this is what I've assembled so far, and just let me know how you think I've done down in the comment section below. But we're going to get straight into it, and we're going to have a look at the goalkeepers first. Now, mostly when people are picking their goalkeepers, they want one goalkeeper that's probably going to play 90% of the matches, and one that might not play either at all or will nip in every now and again. And I've gone for the big man Ederson in goal for Man City, probably alongside Liverpool the most clean sheets kept in the league team wise, and him and Alisson really going toe to toe with regards to keeping clean sheets and scoring loads and loads of points. Last season Ederson got 169 points. I think he was second to Alisson with regards to the goalkeepers with most points scored. In his first full season in the Premier League, he scored 158 points. So the consistency, not only for him as a goalkeeper, but actually City as a team, shows you there exactly why I've picked him as my number one. And then my backup was John Ruddy, £4.5 million for him. He's probably not going to play at all. Rui Patricio has probably locked that down for Wolves already. So John Ruddy is going to be a backup for Wolves, as he is for me. Now, let's get on to the defenders. So the first two probably will shock you, actually, to be fair. But I've gone for two United defenders, and actually they're the two new boys in the United side. Wan-Bissaka from Palace and Harry Maguire from Leicester. Brought them in because I think those two signings for United really have shored up that back line. So De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire in the back line, probably alongside Lindelof and probably Luke Shaw to start against Chelsea. So that's why I put those two in. Maguire's probably going to chip in with a few goals, as he has done in recent years in a Leicester shirt. And Wan-Bissaka, I think he will get a lot more chance to bomb down that right hand side and whip some balls in to the middle and actually get a few assists this year. Wan-Bissaka last year, in what was probably a poorish Palace side, got 120 points last year. So actually, for £5.5 million, not a bad little signing. Maguire, again, same amount of money, £5.5 million. He got 92 points last year in a struggling kind of up and down season with Leicester, but his first full year in the Premier League with Leicester, 117 points. So he gets back to that form, nicks a few goals as well. Harry Maguire will be an absolute beast this season. I couldn't get Alisson in goal, but I have got two Liverpool defenders, and probably two of their best, Gomez and Virgil van Dijk. They started the Community Shield together against City alongside Trent at right back and Andy Robertson at left back. Trent went off, Gomez went over to the right back position, and Matip came on. So actually really versatile. Gomez, £5.5 million again, and 55 points last year. He did get injured. If he can stay fit, he'll be a key cog in Jurgen Klopp's side this season. And as I said, with him starting in that Community Shield, I think Jurgen Klopp's got him and Virgil van Dijk being the two key defenders this year. And what can I say about the other man? Virgil van Dijk, probably the most dominant defender last season, and he deserved all the plaudits going towards him last year. He scored 208 points last year, and for a defender, that is an obscene amount of points. And say £6.5 million for him is an absolute steal. And I think my defence really has got a well-rounded look to it. Anyway, no one really above £6.5 million, and all in all, four really good defenders there. And my backup defender isn't a slouch either. Bolly from Wolves. He scored 120 points last year in his opening season in the Premier League, and he was the best of the Wolves back three, which is why I picked him. And I think Wolves are going to be strong this year. I don't think they're going to be as strong as last year, but he can pick up 120 points. I think that'll be a good return. As I said, it's all subject to change with the transfer deadline day just closing, and there's a website needing to add all those new players. I'll have a little tinker around before tomorrow's game against Liverpool and Norwich. That's the defence. How do you think I've done? Again, I want all your comments down below. Have I done well? Have I done badly? Let me know down below what your team is as well. So get in the comment section and get involved. So my theme, looking at the team, was to get as many Liverpool and City players as I possibly could. I think they were going to absolutely dominate the league again this year. And these two boys, the first two boys I'm going to talk about in the midfield section, is Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. Now, Bernardo Silva, an absolute phenomenon last year. I think he really got into his own last year, came into the team a hell of a lot more. I think Pep used him a lot more last year. I think because De Bruyne got a little bit injured throughout most of last season, but fantastic season for him. 154 points last year, and I think this year will just get better and better because he's had that 1 year where I think Pep got a little bit more confidence into him. He had a fantastic season, and I think he'll go again. Bernardo Silva, a fantastic performer last year, and Kevin De Bruyne is going to be alongside him. I think he's over his injuries, hopefully, touch wood. And if he is, he'll be fantastic for City again. He played further forward in the Community Shield with Rodri behind him, so it allowed Kevin De Bruyne to go and start attacks, link up play, get those all important balls down the channels for people like Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero. Last season, with his injuries, he only picked up a few points, but if you have a look at his previous years, the year before that he got 209, and the 2016-2017 season he got 199. So if he returns to that form this year, he is going to be absolutely fantastic, and his stock is only going to go up and up and up. So getting him in at £9.5 million, I think he's brilliant. Actually, if you look at people like if you look at people like Salah or Sterling, they're an extra £3 million, which is why I could probably flesh out my defence as much as I did, and also flesh out my midfield as much as I did as well. Also alongside him for £7 million, James Maddison. He's a dead ball specialist for Leicester, takes free kicks, takes corners, and he might even occasionally step up for a spot kick as well. 137 points last year, young Englishman. I think he'll be fantastic again this year, especially under Brendan Rodgers. He just seems to get a lot out of youth players. He did it at Celtic, did it at Liverpool, and he also did it at Swansea as well. So I think James Maddison, another good pickup. That's £7 million. And with regards to the midfield, you've got to take a few gambles with the whole fantasy football thing, and I've taken a few with the midfields. First one up is Fornals for West Ham. Absolutely blistering summer for Spain in the Under-21 Championship that he played there, and I think he'll be phenomenal this year. They're looking, I think West Ham are going to have a fantastic, I think they're dark horses this year to push for possibly a European spot, top 7, top 8. I think they'll be there or thereabouts. Fornals has come in from Villarreal in La Liga. Fantastic season last year for them, and why West Ham have pulled the trigger on this transfer. In pre-season, West Ham have actually been using him further forward rather than on the wings, actually either as a forward or just behind the front man. And if him and the new boy Hellier get a good partnership going, I think they will do fantastically well, West Ham. But Fornals is a little bit of a punt going into this start of the season. He'll probably be, if he doesn't work out, he'll probably be pulled and bring in someone else. And the man alongside him, Ndombele for Spurs, one of the best pieces of business this transfer window. I think it was something like £60 million from Lyon. Well and truly the engine, or will be the engine for Spurs' midfield. Proper box-to-box midfielder. He will get forward, he will track back, he will do good and bad things for your team, which is what you want. Been great in pre-season. I saw him against United in pre-season, looked really, really good, and that's why I pulled the trigger on him as well. But as I said, a true box-to-box man, and if he gets a shot on goal or gets into the penalty box, I can see him scoring a few goals. And then finally, the strikers. The first one, the main man, Harry Kane. Probably been my number one pick for the last 3 or 4 years. He's been a phenomenon in front of goal for Spurs. Yes, he's been a little bit injury prone. Yes, he doesn't score in August, but he still manages to pick up over 200 points pretty much every season that he's played, and I predict him to do the same this year. Been well rested over the summer, no European, no World Cup, no European Championships. The Nations League finished way back in June, so he's had a proper rest, been able to recuperate, get that ankle sorted well and truly, and I think he will start this season on an absolute mad one. I think also I'm going to predict now he will score in August. Tottenham's opening few fixtures have been kind to them, actually, to be fair, so I expect him to score, especially on the first day of the season, home to Aston Villa. He'll be my captain for the first week. And say, if you have a look at his points history, he got 160 points last year, 217 points the year before, and 224 points in the third and final year. So all in all, he is an absolute point machine. People have been umming and ahhing probably between him and Aguero or Aubameyang, and I think out of all three of them, definitely Harry Kane is my number one. And then alongside him in that kind of striker department, we've gone for Jota in from Wolves. I said Wolves are going to have a good year, probably not as good as last year with European commitments, but Jota always really good. They've brought in Patrick Cutrone from AC Milan. They've brought in Jimenez, done that loan deal into a permanent deal as well. If Jota keeps his place, he will be a really good little fixture. £6.5 million as well, a little bit of a steal for the young Portuguese man. First full season in the Premier League, he got 139 points, 9 goals, 8 assists. And if he carries on along that kind of trajectory, or even beats it this year, he will pick up a load of points. And my final pick, Moise Kean. Now, if you are a little observer on my channel, yes, Moise Kean is in my Newcastle save. That didn't sway me whatsoever in picking him. £7 million for the Italian. He scores goals. They've paid a lot of money for him as well, so they're not exactly going to sit him on the bench and twiddling his thumbs. So Moise Kean, £7 million in this. I think he'll score goals. He scored goals for Juve, scored goals everywhere he's gone, even at national level as well. And yeah, I just think he's got the pace, the power that the Premier League is kind of known for, really, to be fair. And I say, with the front line of him, Richarlison, either Bernard or Calvert-Lewin, I know they were hoping for Wilf Zaha, but I don't think he's going to be moving there anytime soon. And yeah, Moise Kean going to be the main man. Everton have been missing that kind of focal point, that main striker with agility, power and pace, and Moise Kean is definitely the one to go for. So that is my squad, and as you've probably noticed along the bottom there, that is the code to join the league. So I'd love all of you that are watching this to go onto the Premier League fantasy page, check out my league, enter the password, and yeah, just a little bit of fun this season. I will do update videos of this along the season as well. So yeah, passwords down below there. Make sure you go onto the website and check it out. As I said, comment in the comment section down below how you think I've done with amassing this squad. I think it's pretty decent. A few kind of wild cards in there with Fornals and Ndombele and Keane, but I think with the quality they possess, they'll probably bring the Premier League to light this season. And also, I'll leave a link to the page as well below in the description, as well as the password. So if you have missed it out and you don't know where it is, it's going to be in the description down below. But that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do leave it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, when I'll see you soon, thanks for watching.